Hello. The blowers are at it this morning since 7 a.m. This live is about how manifestation actually works, and we're going to do some techniques. So if this is something you want to listen to, continue to listen. What's up, fam? Grand Rising. If you can hear the blowers outside, what can I say? It's that time of year again when the weather gods are allowing the sun to be out. Anyway, yo, yo, yo. I look a little crazy today. I took off my lashes. Oh, well, what's up, fam? Okay, so we're going to be talking about manifestation and how it works. This blower is going to drive me nuts today. Hopefully they'll be done soon. Can't be alive without the blowers, literally. They're back at it. So I'm going to read from Feeling is the Secret, Neville, Goddard, and the Miracle Journal. If you want to have, hola from Mexico, friend contacting you that has a yoga retreat. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. I'm looking for places for my next retreat. So thank you. What part of Mexico are you in? So basically, I'm literally transparent Casper the Ghost. So basically, when we decide that we're manifesting something, okay, I don't know where that is, but I love going to new places. When we decide that something is going to show up in our reality and has no choice but to show up in our reality, and that's for the good or the bad. If you constantly are like fighting with someone in your mind, or you know that something bad is going to happen, you literally attract that type of energy to you until it actually does happen. I'll give you an example, and I've told this before. I told this example many times. I was going to get a facial in Woodland Hills, which is like a 40-plus minute drive from my apartment when I was living in LA. And I had gotten into an argument with one of my closest friends at the time. And this person was just like trying to scam me. And I'm just like, are you like a person I knew for a really long time? So I'm like, is this really like a serious thing? So I was like just so twisted about it. Went to go get gas at the gas station. This is telling how energy attracts what happens to you in your reality. So I know people just think that you have bad luck or you have good luck. There is no such thing. It is only energy. It is only energy in this realm that we attract all things, whether it's good or bad. So I'm driving to go get gas at the gas station. I go to the same gas station whenever I need gas on 3rd or Beverly. 3rd. Beverly. So I turn left to go into the gas station, and I totally miss the driveway. And I hit the curbs in West Hollywood are this high and they're red, so you cannot miss them. I turned directly into the curb, and I turned around. I thought someone rear-ended me. I hit the curb so hard because I was driving like I was just driving into a driveway. I smashed the curb so hard, I thought that someone hit me from behind. But it was me running into the curb. I did $8,000 of damage on my car just because my energy was twisted. And I remember waiting to turn until all the opposite traffic went. I remember thinking about the scenario. I'm like, how could this person such a dick, like all this stuff, go to turn and I turn right into the curb. So our energy is what attracts things. And that's like just an example. But everything that happens in our life, I'm going to read Neville Goddard, he talks about this, is a result of our energy and our past thinking. Neville talks about feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret to manifestation. So all the things that happen to us are a result of us feeling them. Thinking of something feelingly, with feeling, is what creates energy and attraction. So if you constantly think, this relationship's never going to work out, this person's going to leave me, oh my God, this is too good to be true, all things like that, you eventually will attract that. Absolutely. Thank you, Karen. If you think about how you're going to lose your job, oh my God, they're laying all these people off, I know they're going to lay me off, you get laid off. And maybe you're one out of 20 people that got laid off out of the hundreds in the company. I can guarantee you You and the other 20 people were one of 20 people that were literally like, I know I'm going to lose my job. I know I'm going to lose my job. That energy and frequency and vibration that you are on is what has attracted that scenario to you. So let's read a little bit from Feeling is a Secret. And I was like, what am I going to read from today? I have all these books. Which one do I want to read from? And Feeling is a Secret was like, pick me today. So I just opened the book to page 7 or 6. And I was like, literally exactly what I was thinking is exactly what this page says. So, chance or accident is not responsible for the things that happen to you. Nor is predestined fate the author of your fortune or misfortune. Your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of your world. And I talk about this a lot too, and some people get angry or annoyed because like, oh, well, did people ask to be raped? Did people ask for this or that to happen to them? Your subconscious impressions are energetically what attracts things to you. So say as a child, you were molested, you were abused, whether it was verbally, physically, or emotionally. It is then later on in your life why you keep attracting partners that mimic those feelings. It is only your subconscious impressions that are attracting what's happening to you in your everyday life. So again, change or accident is not responsible for the things that happen to you, or chance, I'm sorry, not change. Change is responsible, chance or accident. Nor is predestined fate the author of your fortune or misfortune. Your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of your world. The subconscious is not selective. It is impersonal and no respecter of persons. Your subconscious mind isn't telling you, you shouldn't think this, you shouldn't feel this. Yes, this is good for you. No, this is not. Your subconscious is just like a computer. A computer doesn't care what you put on it. It just accepts it as true. It accepts it as the programming. Your computer's not saying you shouldn't be looking at this. You shouldn't put this program on here. There's one that's better for you. The computer is neutral. Your subconscious programming is neutral. It doesn't care if you're thinking all day long, oh my God, someone's going to murder me. Your subconscious isn't thinking, you shouldn't think that. Your subconscious just accepts that energy to be true. What did I miss? Having to really fight the spiraling thoughts lately. Needed to hear this today. Jewel, it gets the best of us. But we have to choose right now, in this very moment, whatever the spiraling thought is. How can I recreate that scenario in my mind differently? When you recreate the scenario differently, the energy about it will change. When the energy about it will change, different things will become attracted to you. But if you spiral and continue to spiral and you don't stop yourself, you're literally planning the next days, weeks, or months of your life, how they're going to unfold based on your energy and what the universe is attracted to you that's very similar to that. There was another exercise that was write down 5 things in your past, 5 memories in your past that made you the happiest. 5 things in your present that also make you happy. And what are 5 things about your future life that you are calling in that will make you insanely happy? And then you take 1 or 2 minutes to literally live and recreate each scenario, even the ones in the future that didn't happen yet. You still have a mind that you can use. I did this exercise several times. And let me tell you, when I wrote down like the 5 greatest things that happened to me of my past, and I started to live them in my mind and started to use 1 or 2 minutes to think of that scenario, it instantly shifted my vibration. It shifted how I felt. The things that I was spiraling about or worried about, like they just faded away. Can that energy change the other person, or his decisions? Yes. And we'll get into that in the Miracle Journal. Neville Goddard had manifested for other people. Not for other people. He's manifested jobs for other people. He's manifested marriage for other people, including himself. Obviously, his marriage had to include somebody else. And he said to himself, he met this woman. He was still married. But he met this woman and he was like, this is the woman that I'm supposed to marry. Like, this is the woman. This is it. And it was impossible for him to get a divorce in like the 30s or 40s, whenever it was. And he just kept seeing himself in a bed with her in New York City every single night. He would fall asleep thinking about that. And then suddenly he miraculously, his lawyer like got in touch with him and said, like, you know, we're able to get you this divorce, when it was impossible for him to get this divorce. He ended up running into this woman, and then they got married. So when it comes to our manifestations, have everything to do with other people. Like, what we don't understand is like our reality has so many thousands of timelines happening at the same time. Our energy and vibration moves around timelines every second, depending on what our energy is. So if today I'm miserable the entire day, I'm going to attract something similar to that. But if I decide to change that, I'm tapping into another timeline that doesn't have that negative reality. Like, I got into a battle with somebody. I was like, this person's never going to talk to me ever again. And then I started to do these affirmations. I started to do these affirmations. We talked about, what the hell is it called? I forget what this technique is called. But it's like you just say the same affirmation over and over again. You take out 10, 20 minutes of your day and you just literally repeat one affirmation. This person went from hating me, never talk to me again, you know, all this stuff. Someone that I loved and cared for, to not even 3 days later, the person was like, hey, I love you and I miss you. And I'm just affirming all day. I'm like, da, 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 da. And all of a sudden, this person came back around. So can you manifest for another person? Can you manifest another person back into your reality? 100%, because it's your reality. You're the star, director, writer, creator, everything of this reality of yours. So we can tap into a million different timelines depending on our energy and our frequency that we're putting out there. Love that. We tend to allow the negatives to overshadow the positives from our childhood. I'm consciously choosing to think of the positives instead. And that's exactly what we have to do when we understand, like, wow, I really do think very negatively all the time. That's when we can change. But if we don't realize what our patterns are, what our habits are, we can't ever change them. And if you struggle to name 5 things that made you happy, but can easily name 5 things that made you unhappy, that was my sign that I needed to reprogram. Guys, 5 things that made you the happiest in your life. Maybe it's getting your dog. Maybe it's having your first child. Maybe it's the day that you got married. Whatever it is. Relive that in your mind. It will instantly change your vibration. And if you start to spiral again, go back into the thoughts of what made you the happiest. So the subconscious is not concerned with the truth or falsity of your feeling. It always accepts as true that which you feel to be true. Just like the computer does not give a shit if you're putting good programming on it, bad programming on it, whatever it is. The computer doesn't say, don't do this. The computer's just like, okay, whatever, upload. What else do you have to upload? Your subconscious mind is the same thing. It does not care. It's not concerned with the truth or falsity of your feeling. It always accepts to be true that which you feel to be true. Feeling is the assent of the subconscious to the truth of that which is declared to be true. Because of this quality of the subconscious, there is nothing impossible. There is nothing impossible to man. I was thinking this last night. I was like, I'm just deciding that this is the way that my reality is going to be. I am just deciding that this is how my reality is going to be. Something that I'm working on right now. Like, I already see it is done. Like, I'm just like, I'm picking out furniture for something. I'm seeing, like, picking out the best people for the job, for the place. Because in my mind, I'm just like, this is already done. I don't need anybody to tell me no. I don't need anybody to tell me it's not going to happen. I don't need anybody to tell me that's a shitty idea. In my mind, it's already done. So I'm going to start picking things out, going shopping online for things that I'm going to put in this space and here and there and there and there. That is how we create our reality. I hate that word impossible. Let's change it to I'm possible. I love it. Because of this quality of the subconscious, there is nothing impossible to man. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and feel as true, the subconscious can and must objectify it. Objectify means to bring into the third 3D reality for this book. We are making it reality. Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and feel as true, that's good or bad. If you can think of something really bad and shitty happening to you and all you do is thinking about it all day long, the subconscious can and must objectify it. And then you say, see, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. You could also say, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that I was going to be a multi-millionaire. I knew that I was going to have my perfect house. I knew that I was going to have my dream car. I knew that I was going to have the perfect relationship. We do have a choice in this reality. We just think that we don't. We just think that life happens to us. Life happens through us, through our thoughts and through our feeling of what we believe to be true. Do we hear the blowers? Your feelings create the pattern from which your world is fashioned. And a change of feeling is a change of pattern. Your feelings create the pattern from which your world is fashioned. Yeah, not the damn leaf blower. And a change of feeling is a change of pattern. You change your feelings in your mind. You change your thoughts in your mind. You change what happens out here. Everything that's happening out there happens in here first. The blowers followed me from Mexico. Or, yeah, basically. They've been going at it for about 3 hours now. The subconscious never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. You can't escape your mind unless you change your energy about it. You can't escape what you have impressed in your subconscious mind unless you change the program. It's like a computer. If you don't want, Word Excel on your computer anymore, how do you get it off? You delete the program and then you upload the program that you want. Right? It's the same thing with your mind. If you uploaded the program of I'm not wanted, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I am so broke, I am so sick every day, I am lonely, I am bullied, I am not chosen. If you have that kind of programming, how do you get rid of it? You can start with a gratitude list. You can listen to Reprogramming the Subconscious Mind tapes at night because your subconscious is listening while you're asleep. Last night I had one on for 8 hours. And it's like attracting love, attracting money, healing my chakras, whatever. It's a reprogramming thing that plays for 8, 10, whatever many hours. It's one of the easiest things. You don't have to do anything. You're sleeping. But your subconscious mind's not sleeping. Your subconscious mind is listening. The blowers are helping you practice adjusting your mood. Yeah, in a bad way. Bad. The subconscious never fails to express that which has been impressed upon it. So when we talk about manifestations, our reality, our current reality is a result of our past thinking and feeling. Someone yesterday said, be delusional with positive thoughts. That's what manifestation is. But what we don't realize is we're literally manifesting every minute of the day. Just not consciously. It's being delusional. You could be delusional and have a fight with somebody and you're literally being delusional because it didn't happen yet. Or you could be delusional and see yourself with your dream business or wherever it is, that you want. You're also being delusional. So why not be delusional for the betterment of what reality you want to have? How would you feel when your dream comes true? Practice the thrill. Feeling is the secret. If someone called me up today and said, I'm going to give you $5 million, it'll be in your account at the end of the month. Do you think I'm going to think about money? No. I'm just going to be excited like, oh my God, I can't wait until I get this $5 million because I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give money to this person, to that person, I'm going to donate to this charity. So that's literally what manifestation is. It's coming up with a scenario in your mind of something that you want and then decorating it. If you have a dream home in your mind, start picking out decorations for it. Start going online and say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Make a Pinterest of all the things that you want. If you're talking about love and falling in love and you have a dream person in your mind, see yourself, you're going on vacation, you're doing this, you're picking out stuff for your new house. Literally create it like you're a Barbie or like you're playing with Barbies and you put their new clothes on and you put them in their dream house or in their little dream Corvette. That's what we do to manifest. We decorate our reality in our mind. I go back to when I was a child and I used to pretend. That is manifestation. That's all that it is. It's like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Like, my reality is amazing. I don't want to read too much from this. I want to get into the miracle journal. The moment it receives an impression, it begins to work out the ways of its expression. It accepts the feeling impressed upon it, your feeling, as a fact existing within itself, and immediately sets about to produce in the outer or objective world the exact likeness of that feeling. So if the exact likeness of that feeling is, I know I'm going to lose my job and get fired, in the very near future, your subconscious mind is moving all these things around the universe for that to happen on an energetic standpoint. In the same respect, that when your subconscious accepts the feeling impressed upon it, your feeling as fact, it immediately sets about to produce in the outer objective world the likeness of that feeling. New car, better relationship, whatever it is. And even if you're in an existing relationship and it's a horrible relationship, you can change that energetically, which means that it changes in your outside world. Okay? So you can literally be in a shitty relationship and start to see that person as the person you want them to be. It's called dropping the old story. This person's lazy, he doesn't listen, she never does what I want her to do, this person doesn't take care of me, whatever it is. Start to see them in your mind as a person that does all the things that you want them to do. I'm sure it got louder. See the person exactly as you want them to be. And they have no choice but to show up in your reality, one, as you want them to, or two, you meet somebody that is exactly what you're thinking of in your mind. And the other relationship dissolves. We're going to switch over to the Miracle Journal. So let's talk about where is that? Writing. So one thing that we can do when it comes to relationships is the love letter method. If this is about you with a person in your life and they're not showing up the way that you want them to, even a person, people have manifested relationships with people that they haven't spoken to them for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and they have manifested them back into their reality. There is no limitations in the human imagination. So because you think it's impossible means that it will never happen in your reality. But for the people that dare to dream, for the people who dare to dream that I can have anything that I want in my reality because I'm the writer, director, producer, actor, star, those are the people that get the things that they want. So this is the love letter method. For a moment, pretend you are now the person you are trying to manifest or attract. Grab a pen and paper. Write a love letter to yourself from your specific person, from their perspective on this letter. Pretend you are them writing a love letter to you. Write positive things about yourself, things you would want them to think about when they think of you. Get creative and detailed. For example, you are so beautiful and irresistible, I can't stop thinking about you. Reread the letter to yourself before bed as if you received it from your lover. Sleep with the love letter under your pillow for one night. Reread it to yourself the next morning and remove all doubt and resistance. I did this. I've done this. And let me tell you something. From a person that I never in a million years would have thought that they would conform to be any bit of what I wanted them to be. I just dropped the old story about them. And I literally did the love letter method. I wrote a love letter to myself from them in their words. And you know what happened? This took about 6 to 8 months. But there was a lot of resistance on my end in between this. There was a lot of resistance, so it took about 6 to 8 months. This person said phrases verbatimly that were in that love letter that I wrote to myself. Thank you, Karen. And I mean this person that was like the impossible. The scenario was impossible. Everything was impossible. This person said phrases that I wrote to the love letter to myself from this person. Exact sentences. Because I wanted to try it. I was like, let me see if this works. And when he said these words to me, I immediately flashed back to when I wrote that love letter, because it was literally exact words. And I was like, oh my God. And this was months ago, but I remembered because I was just like, this can't be possible. Well, let me tell you, it is. Let's go over some wealth and abundance affirmations, and then we'll do some self-love and attracting love affirmations. Wealth and abundance affirmations. The blowers. My mind is worth millions. Every penny I spend is returned to me tenfold. I get paid to exist. I don't work for money. Money works for me. I am always at the right place at the right time. My name is spoken of amongst the most successful people. I'll give you an example. This woman was like, I'm ready to be seen, like on a world stage. Like, I'm ready for my face to be known by people. And she tweeted something out. She imagined in her mind all these doors opening and all these green lights flashing, which to her signified go, which to her signified, that things are going to start happening for her. So she did this visualization for maybe a week or something. Come up here, baby. Come here, sweetheart. And the next day or whenever it was, she sent out a tweet about whatever it was. And I think like Elon Musk or somebody reposted that had a huge account. And all of a sudden she grew up to like millions of followers, just like overnight this happened. And then she started to get on all these podcasts and people just recognized this person. But in her mind, she was like, I see myself. The world knows my face. Like, I'm ready to be seen on a world stage. And she literally manifested that scenario. My name is spoken of amongst the most successful people. I am in alignment with the frequency of generational wealth. So write these down, put them as reminders on your phone. I am in alignment with the frequency of generational wealth. My wealth compounds exponentially daily. I am now stepping into the identity of my next level. It's leveling up. My presence, for people that feel not chosen, my presence is a privilege. My existence pays for itself. God intended me to live a life of riches. I am a money magnet. That's one of my favorites. I love that one. I am a money magnet. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I always get all the things that I want. How can I manifest but also not be delusional? You can't. But manifestation is being delusional. Every single thought that you have, whether it's good or bad, you're attracting energy to you. And thoughts are not necessarily things that have already happened, but they're things that we think about, like, oh, this person's probably, not going to like me, or, I'm going to lose my house, because I can't pay my bills. Like, all these things are scenarios that you are delusional because they haven't actually happened, but you're helping to manifest them into existence. So everything about manifestation is being delusional. We're delusional 24/7. Even things that have happened to you that were bad and you keep thinking about them, it happened back there, but you're still thinking about it right here and now. So you're being delusional still because it happened back there. It's not currently happening to you. So you're still being delusional. It's all green lights for you. Self-love and attracting love affirmations. Everything I desire desires me more. For people that feel like, oh, this person just like doesn't love me, they don't do, like, you know what I mean, that I always love them more, I'm always doing more for this person. Everything I desire desires me more. I don't chase, I attract. It is a privilege to be in my presence. My energy is expensive and exclusive. Every single one of us should use that affirmation. My energy is expensive and exclusive. Why am I giving my energetic currency away to just anyone? I don't. Not anymore. I don't. I practiced being delusional before I could walk, and I'm walking now. Thank you, Ben. We are delusional no matter what. My energy is addicting. This is self-love and attracting love affirmations. My energy is addicting. I always get everything that I want. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. I am enough, just as I am, deserving of love and respect. I expect the best because I am the best. Love surrounds me. It is all around me. The more I love myself, the more love surrounds me. It is safe for me to be loved. Many people don't believe that. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. I am so grateful for the love that is all around me. I am extremely high value. If you're a person that really doesn't value yourself and you feel like nobody ever wants me, or I'm not pretty enough, I'm not good enough, I am extremely high value. I am extremely high value. Jen, it's going to happen for you very soon. Love finds me everywhere effortlessly. You could say the same thing about money. Money finds me everywhere effortlessly. I invite in an abundance of love from all directions. Let's do some luck and opportunity. Opportunities are always handed to me. Why is it so easy? Universe, show me how good it can get. When I'm in the car, I say that. I'm like, universe, show me how great it can get. I live the life of my dreams because it was written in the stars for me. Every day, my luck and blessings multiply. So these are all ways that you rewrite your subconscious programming. For many people, for a majority of people, 90-some% of people have negative programming. So how do you expect to have a great life when all you think is negatively? It's actually impossible. From an energetic standpoint, which is the way that this works, you can't. You can't attract good things when you're constantly thinking negative. It's just not happen. It's not going to happen. This is what I was talking about earlier. I am simply deciding method. I am simply deciding, Jen, I am simply deciding that I can walk perfectly, and walking is so easy for me. I'm walking miles a day. I am simply deciding that I am in an amazing, beautiful, and harmonious relationship. I am simply deciding that I have all the wealth that I could ever possibly want. I am simply deciding that life is so easy for me. I am simply deciding that I'm happy every single day. That is called the I am simply method. Just like the isn't it wonderful method. So understanding how manifestation works is the only way that we're going to be able to really recreate our reality. So if you don't understand how manifestation works, how are you going to do it? You're doing it 24/7, whether you know it or you don't. But if we're conscious manifestors, we're consciously creating, that's how our reality starts to shift and change in our favor. Not how, that we think that that life just happens to us and I'm just unlucky. That's not it. There is no such thing as luck. Luck is energy. So the people that have the lucky life, they're just people that, from an energetic standpoint, they just flow through life like, oh, life is great. And when you have the belief that life is great, that's how life has to unfold. Because from an energetic standpoint, you're just like, life is easy. The person next to you could be like, life is so hard. Why is life so hard? Why is it so hard to be? And I said this to my energy practitioner. I'm like, Di, it's hard to be a human. Hi, you're manifesting that reality. Because some days it just feels so hard. But I'm just reaffirming that it's difficult. And I'm telling my subconscious that it's difficult. So my subconscious mind energetically is putting out the feelers like, hey, let's give her some things to make her believe that life is more difficult. But if I say life is just so easy, life is just unfolding in such an easy way for me, my reality has to reflect that. Just like yours. If you walk around every single day and say, I'm so sick. Oh my God, I'm so sick today. I'm so sick today. And every day it's the same thing. Oh, I'm in so much pain today. I have so much pain today. The universe, energy, God, source, from an energetic standpoint, it can only give you more things that are going to happen to you that are going to say, I'm so sick, I'm in so much pain. Your subconscious does not know when you're joking around. Oh my God, I'm so fat today. I look so fat today. Your subconscious accepts that as truth. You say that shit all the time, your subconscious accepts that as truth, and you're going to start to be fat. Someone messaged me last night and she's like, I just can't get rid of this weight. I can't get rid of this weight. I can't get rid of this weight. Emotion code is amazing. Emotion code is amazing. Theta healing and emotion code are amazing. But when we constantly are talking about, I just can't lose this weight. I just can't lose this weight. Your subconscious mind will make you hold on to it because you believe for some reason that weight is shielding you maybe from something. So if you keep saying things like that, words cast spells. Your words cast spells. Every word and every thought in your mind is casting a spell. So if you're a person like, oh, I just can't lose this weight, you're never going to lose this weight. If you're a person that changes their thought to, weight comes off of me effortlessly. I lost so much weight, it's unbelievable. You're tricking your subconscious, so then your subconscious mind has to do it. Because you no longer resonate with, I'm so fat and weight just doesn't leave my body. Now you're like, oh my God, I feel so good after I lost all this weight. You're delusional in your mind. I feel so good that I lost all this weight. Maybe you visualize yourself buying yourself all new clothes, whatever it might be. Do you understand? So from an energetic standpoint, it's like you're trying to play a game on your computer that you already deleted. And you keep trying to look for the program and it's not there anymore. It's the same thing. Once you change the programming in your mind, the old programming can't have the effect on your reality that it used to. Because it's not really there anymore. It will try to come back. When you start to do this work, your old programming will try to come back and it'll try to say, no, you look terrible. You're fat. You're always going to be fat. You're broke. You can't afford that. You can't go on vacation whenever you want. You're not going to have this job forever. You better save your money. Those thoughts are going to continue to try and come back. But once you become a new person with new programming, those thoughts become less dominant. They become less powerful. They lose their power. So then you're not able to manifest those old thoughts anymore. The new programming is the computer that you're going to be typing on. So if I'm playing a new game because I uploaded it, that's the only game that I can play if I deleted the other one. So now let's play this game of the positive affirmations. My relationship is effortless. We're the happiest and most harmonious we've ever been. I'm living my dream life. It's so amazing how easy it was to begin living my dream life. I am deciding that I'm a multi-millionaire. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. That is where you change your mindset to. But of course, with your own desires that you have of whatever it might be. We have a couple minutes. Anybody have any questions about anything? You guys aren't that talkative today. Ask the questions and I will answer them. If not, we're going to wrap up for today. I'll read this quote. Most great people have attained their greatest success just one step beyond their greatest failure. There are too many of us that will quit right before we reach that treasure. How do I reorder patches? Jen, I'll send me a message or just text me and Jen that on that 3 whatever number it is. Sorry, I'm sleepy, but I'm listening. Are you drinking the new Yes, I am. I am drinking the new LifeWave supplement because honestly, it just gives me a lot more of a pep in my step. I love hearing you while I'm getting ready. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad. We have to do this work or else we're not going to have the life that we want. The name of this book is The Miracle Journal. The other one is Feeling is a Secret by Neville Goddard. Let's see. Any questions? If not, we're going to wrap it up. Reality is not so much what happens to us. Rather, it is how we think about those events that create the reality we experience. Let's read that again. Reality is not so much what happens to us. Rather, it is how we think about those events that create the reality we experience. So, since nobody has questions, we'll wrap up for today. And now that we know how manifestation works, even though I've repeated this 6,000 times, hopefully it begins to sink in for some of us, because I had to listen to this stuff so many times and I just didn't get it, and I just didn't get it, and I just didn't get it. And then one day I got it. And now I have it. I love how the patches work, took away my pain. Jan, I'm so happy. And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning of your healing journey. So if you think you feel good now, wait until 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Yes. I will repost this live. And anybody that has questions, just send me a DM. Today's Monday. Put your manifestation caps on. And don't ever take them off. Hope you guys have an amazing day. And I will catch up with you this week on Wednesday night.